Civil aviation is one of the most regulated industries in the world. Every single technical personnel, equipment, airport and airlines are monitored by competent civil aviation authorities. With airlines often described as a cash cow of the industry, an estimated 14.17 million passengers traveled in and through Nigeria in 2018. 34 airlines on the international routes lifted an estimated 4 million passengers. On the local front, 9 domestic airlines operated 59,808 flights, lifting a little over 10 million passengers cross-country. An airline official comments on the local performance in the first quarter of 2019.
The airlines have been a big driver of the economy in terms of facilitating movements up and down. I'm sure the elections, a lot of materials also were moved either by the airlines or by the Air Force. So 2019 so far I think is so good. For the airlines, we don't have too much complaints. The usual complaints still exist. VAT that we were promised to have been removed, it still exists, and we're currently in discussions with FAN, the airport operator at most of the airports that we operate into, where they're actually trying to increase the passenger service charge, which the airlines are vehemently against. But 2019, I would say, has started a good note, and we hope it moves in the same vein, especially as regards safety.
From passenger figures to safety, a manager in one of the Lagos airports insists the process of safeguarding passengers, cargo and terminals is heavily screened.
Safety is all encompassing. It covers every area in the terminal. And then because you understand, we have cars at the car park, we have people coming to the terminal, people who don't even know what their intention or motives are, and then we also ensure that whatever car goes into the car park are screened to ensure that we don't have a reason for emergency. Emergencies are things you prepare for. If you don't prepare for emergency, you're likely to have it. And even if you prepare for it, if it happens, then you put in measures in place to handle such emergencies, and that's exactly what we are doing here.
The safety of the fuel that drives passenger jets is also not left to chance.
Look at even the aviation business. It's an extremely transparent business and trustworthy. And because there is no parking space in the sky, it is important that everything that goes into the aircraft is without, a question mark. So the quality is not something that you can negotiate. There's nothing to add to it. It has to be on point. And that's why the product that is served into the aircraft is clear and white. There's nothing else to add to it. And you find out that if there's any form of air accident, the first line of things to check for is the fuel. The quality of fuel or the quantity of fuel becomes number one set of a probe that is employed by the people doing the accident or incident investigation.
Okay. The preference internationally today is that fuel should be delivered into airplanes through a hydrant system, which is linked through the tarmac from wherever you're storing the product. Bowsers, which is trucks carrying ATK, driving all over the tarmac, is not really the most modern way of doing the business. We have continued to emphasize that, and we're working with government and FAN to make sure that even the new facilities being developed have all those features available, so that anybody who is flying can have the confidence that the product they are getting into the planes in Nigeria gives them enough confidence and is the same as they would find in any other part of the world.
It's important that safety and security standards adopted in the Nigerian aviation sector be monitored continually to mitigate against acts of unlawful interference or other threats. When Aviation This Week returns, there's a report on India Jet Airways. Do join us again.